Hey, this is Adrian Ficcioni, and this is the next in our series of our AxSys Analytics Dashboard sort of feature set. And today we're going to be looking at splitting, so how you go about splitting a session. So what we've got here right now is we've done a team session. There were 4 units used, and what I've gone ahead and done is I've already selected one of the sessions where it says view here on the right hand side. And that's then brought up the raw speed data from the GPS. Now what I'm going to do is I'm now going to actually split this session into several parts. So again, I'm just going to do it purely visually. So here I can see that there was some sort of repeated efforts done. So I'm going to select my first split. Then there was another sort of series piece of work just done here. Then there was a third piece of exercise or activity. And then there was the final activity completed as well. Now once I've done that, I've now selected 4 splits. I can then scroll down, and then what I can then see is I can see that the heat map is actually divided into 4 splits. Split number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Also, we've actually generated all the numerical data from each of those 4 splits as well. Now what you can do is I can click on any of the splits, say split number 1 for instance, and it will then just purely show what activity was taking place with that particular split. Now what I can do there is I can see that's sort of what I'm going to call boundary intervals. So what I can then do is I can go down to split number 1, which I know is boundary intervals. I can click on split 1, and what I can do is I can replace that with the term boundary intervals. If I then scroll back up, you'll see now that split 1 has now been replaced on the map with boundary intervals. Now at that point in time, I might decide that the time wasn't quite right in terms of the start time or the end time of when I manually selected the data from the speed graph. What I can do is I can click on edit, and then it allows me then to adjust either the start or the end time. And this is particularly useful in a game when you know exactly the start and end time, so you can select exact quarter or a half of the particular game.